Okay, welcome back to my channel. Before we go into the presentation, I want to introducing myself. My name is Muhammad Fatir Abdullah Suud, and ID student is F231250070. Okay, I forget. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the title of my presentation is the tsunami evacuation planning a, as a tool for tsunami risk reduction, a case study in Palu by Central Sulawesi. Next, research objective: to analysis the effectiveness of the tsunami evacuation planning in Palu City, to identify the main factors that influence evacuation perform, such as population distribution, travel time, and accessibility to shelters. To eval to evaluate with to evaluate to eval to evaluate whether the existing evacuation infrastructure is sufficient to accommodate the population, to provide recommendation for improving evacuation system and reducing disaster risk through better urban planning. In the research method, this study use a geographic information system, or we can say GIS approach to analysis evacuation planning in Palu City. The research applied the last cost distance, or LCD method to estimate the fastest evacuation route based on distance and travel time. Several variables were considered, including population distribution, walking speed, road network, and tsunami arrival time. The study conducted evacuation simulation under different conditions, such as daytime and nighttime scenario. Their method aimed to evaluate the accessibility and effectiveness of evacuation route and shelter location. Finding: the study showed that the evacuation system in Palu City is still not fully effective in reduction tsunami risks. This can be seen from several key findings. 3. Around 6-7% of the population cannot reach shelter in time. Existing shelters are limited and unevenly distributed. Evacuation routes are still inadequate and difficulty to access. These conditions are worsened by high population density in coastal areas, which increased evacuation difficulty. As a result, there is a gap between the required and available evacuation company, indication the need addiction shelter and improve evacuation route. Next, relevant to urban and regional planning. This study is highlight relevant to urban and regional planning because it emphasizes the importance of integrating disaster risk reduction into spatial planning. Urban planning need to consider hazard-prone areas especially coastal zone, when determining land use and settlement development. In addition, evacuation route and shelter location must be careful planning to ensure accessibility and efficiency during emergency. The findings also highlight the need for equitable distribution of evacuation infrastructure based on population density. Therefore, GIS-based analysis can support better decision making, a planning safe and more resilient urban areas. Relation to disaster issue in Palu City, this student is directly related to disaster issue in Palu City. 2018 earthquake and tsunami. The findings reflect real conditions in Palu, where many settlements are located high-risk coast areas and evacuation infrastructure is still limited. These conditions make it difficult for residents to evacuate quickly during a disaster. Several key issues in Palu include many residential areas are located close to the constant line, increasing exposure to tsunami hazard. Evacuation routes are not clearly defined and are often difficult to access. The number and distribution of evacuation shelters are still insufficient. Public awareness and preparedness for evacuation remain relatively low. Therefore, this study provides important insight for improving disaster management in Palu. IT emphasizes the need for better spatial planning, improved evacuation infrastructure, and stronger integration of disaster mitigation into urban development to reduce future risks. Next, critical reflection. This study highlights several important issues in disaster planning and urban development. The 2018 disaster did not fully integrate disaster risk consideration, especially in high-risk coastal areas. As a result, many settlements were developed in vulnerable zones without adequate evacuation infrastructure. In addition, the study showed that the evacuation planning was not sufficiently prepared, both in terms of shelter capacity and accessibility of evacuation routes. The lack of clear evacuation system and limited public awareness also contributed to the high number of casualties during the disaster. These conditions indicate that disaster mitigation was still reactive rather than preventive. From a planning perspective, there is a need to strengthen the integration between spatial planning and disaster risk reduction. They include improved data-based planning using GIS, enhancing evacuation infrastructure, and increasing community awareness and preparedness. The reform future urban planning in Palu should prioritize resilience by considering disaster risk as key factor in decision making. Next is conclusion. In conclusion, this study showed that tsunami evacuation planning play a crucial role in reducing disaster risk in Palu City. The current evacuation system is still not fully effective, so many residents cannot reach safe areas in time due to limited infrastructure and poor accessibility. From an urban planning perspective, it it is essential to integrate disaster risk reduction into spatial planning, including land use regulation, evacuation, routine design, and shelter development. Improving evacuation infrastructure, and increasing public awareness are also important steps to enhance disaster preparedness. Therefore, future urban development in Palu should focus on building a more resilient city by priorities safety, risk-based planning, and sustaining disaster mitigation strategies.